July 1984. The Midwest. Summer heat blanketed quiet neighborhoods where children played and families felt safe. Within days, that peace shattered. Police discovered bodies across 3 states. Strangled, abandoned, hidden. Alton Coleman, 28, a drifter with a charming smile and a deadly secret. What followed became one of America's most brutal killing sprees. How does trust become a weapon? Welcome to Shattered Crime, where we uncover the darkest truths hidden behind ordinary faces. Today we explore 8 cases that reveal the deadliest killers in American history, from Midwest rampages to Chicago's horror houses, from Charlotte's trusted neighbor to New York's hate-fueled spree. These are the true stories of those who crossed the ultimate line. From familicide to serial murder, each case exposes how violence hides in plain sight. What you're about to hear isn't fiction. It's documented reality. First case. Alton Coleman, 28 years old, Waukegan, Lake County, Illinois. Summer 1984. The Midwest, 1984. Small towns where neighbors knew each other, where doors stayed unlocked. Summer brought cookouts, laughter, normalcy. But darkness moved through those streets wearing a friendly face and using false names. Alton Coleman knew how to smile, how to gain trust. Behind that charm lived pure evil. Born November 6, 1955, in Waukegan, Illinois. Raised by his elderly grandmother in extreme poverty and abuse, his mother, a sex worker, conducted business in front of him. Middle school dropout. Low IQ. Antisocial behavior escalating through adolescence. Between 1973 and 1983, 6 sex crime charges filed. 6 times he escaped serious prison time, acquittals, reduced charges, system failures. He was awaiting trial for raping a 14-year-old girl when he vanished with girlfriend Deborah Denise Brown. What came next terrorized 3 states. May through July 1984. 6 states. 8 murders. 7 rapes. 3 kidnappings. 14 armed robberies. Coleman and Brown targeted African American victims, believing they could blend into black communities unnoticed. May 29, 1984. Vernita Wheat, 9 years old. Coleman befriended her mother using the alias Robert Knight. He abducted Vernita to an abandoned Waukegan building. Her body discovered June 19. Cause of death: ligature strangulation. His fingerprints marked the scene. Indiana. Tamika Turks, 7, and Annie, 9, lured into woods. Both bound with torn fabric. Brown held Tamika's nose and mouth shut while Coleman stomped her chest. The child suffocated. Annie raped, left for dead with internal organs exposed. She survived. Fabric from the murder matched material in their apartment. Ohio. Tani Story, 15. Virginia Temple and daughter Rochelle, 9. All strangled in abandoned buildings. Marlene Walters, 44, beaten and strangled over 20 times. Her husband Harry attacked with a candlestick, skull crushed. He survived. She didn't. July 12, 1984. FBI added Coleman to the 10 most wanted list. July 20, 1984. Evanston, Illinois. A neighbor recognized them crossing the street. Police closed in. Brown carried a loaded gun. Coleman hid a steak knife in his socks. A shopping bag full of disguises clutched in his hands. Trials across Illinois, Indiana, Ohio. Evidence overwhelming. Fingerprints, fibers, survivor testimony. Coleman received death sentences in 3 states, the only person in U.S. history with that distinction. Appeals failed at every level. April 26, 2002. Ohio State Penitentiary. Lethal injection. His last meal: steak, fried chicken, biscuits and gravy, pie, desserts, cherry Coke. Final words repeated endlessly: "The Lord is my shepherd." No remorse. No apology. 8 families destroyed. Justice arrived, but too late. One nightmare ended in the Midwest. But across state lines, another was just beginning. Second case. Deborah Denise Brown, 21 years old. Indiana and Ohio. Summer 1984. Some killers are born into violence. others are shaped by it. Before meeting Alton Coleman, Deborah Brown had no criminal record, no history of violence. Nothing suggested she would become one of America's most brutal female serial killers. What transforms an innocent into a murderer? Born November 11, 1962. Childhood head trauma caused lasting damage. IQ between 59 and 74, borderline intellectual disability. Dependent personality disorder, psychologically fragile. In 1983, she was engaged, planning a normal life. Then Coleman arrived. Prosecutors called it a master-slave relationship. He dominated her completely, psychologically, emotionally, sexually. She left her family, broke her engagement, followed him into hell. May through July 1984. 8 murders, 7 rapes, 3 kidnappings, 14 armed robberies. Brown wasn't coerced. She participated willingly, eagerly. Tamika Turks, 7 years old. Brown and Coleman lured her and 9-year-old Annie into Indiana woods. The children tied with cloth torn from Tamika's shirt. When Tamika cried, Brown suffocated her while Coleman stomped her chest. Annie forced to perform sex acts on both. Coleman raped her. Tamika strangled with elastic from a bedsheet. Annie survived with horrific injuries. As the FBI manhunt intensified, Brown remained loyal. They changed clothes every few blocks, using disguises. When arrested July 20, 1984 in Evanston, Illinois, her purse contained a loaded gun. She showed no fear. Indiana charged her with murder, attempted murder, child molestation, kidnapping, robbery, sexual assault. Aggravating factors: child molestation, prior Ohio murder convictions, extreme brutality. Mitigating factors: low IQ, psychological domination, dependent personality, head trauma, only 21, no prior crimes. June 23, 1986. Death sentence: 40 years attempted murder, 40 years child molesting. Then came her own words. During sentencing, Brown wrote to the judge, "I killed the bitch, and I don't give a damn. I had fun out of it." Any sympathy evaporated. Appeals to Indiana Supreme Court, U.S. Supreme Court, all denied. In 1991, Ohio commuted her death sentence to life, citing low IQ and domination. But Indiana's death sentence remains. She's serving life at Ohio Reformatory for Women. Does mental limitation excuse participation in torture and murder? Courts decided. It mitigates, but doesn't erase guilt. 8 families lost loved ones. Brown's hands remain bloodstained. From the Midwest, we move south to North Carolina, where another predator hunted those who trusted him most. Third case. Henry Louis Wallace, 28 years old. Charlotte, Mecklenburg County, North Carolina. March 13, 1994. Charlotte's East Side, early 1990s. Working-class neighborhoods where people knew their neighbors. Young black women worked multiple jobs, built futures, trusted familiar faces: the coworker from Taco Bell, the friendly guy from church, the charming man who always smiled. They had no reason to fear. That trust killed them. Born November 4, 1965, Barnwell, South Carolina, raised by strict single mother Lottie Mae. Poverty, harsh discipline. He seemed normal: high school cheerleader, student council, DJ called Knight Rider. Joined the Navy in 1985. Married Moretta Brabham in 1987. Stable on the surface. Rotting inside. Crack cocaine addiction consumed him during Navy years. Burglaries followed. Dishonorable discharge 1988. Marriage collapsed. By 1991, Wallace worked Charlotte fast food restaurants, Taco Bell, Bojangles. He befriended coworkers, dated casually, attended parties. Charming, trusted. Hunting. Between 1990 and 1994, Wallace murdered at least 10 women, most young black women in East Charlotte. He targeted women he knew personally, co-workers, friends of his girlfriend, restaurant acquaintances, women who opened doors willingly because they recognized him. His method: strangulation, ligature and manual. Sexual assault preceded death. Some stabbed. Valencia Jumper's case involved arson. Her death initially ruled accidental fire. Investigators missed the truth. Wallace attended victims' funerals, standing among mourners, watching families grieve women he'd murdered. Caroline Love, Shauna Hawk, Audrey Spain, Michelle Stinson, Vanessa Little Mack, Betty Jean Baucom, Brandy June Henderson, Deborah Slaughter, each name a stolen life. For years, Charlotte Mecklenburg police failed to connect murders. Victims were working-class Black women. Crimes appeared sporadic. No forced entry. Incorrect medical rulings delayed recognition. Wallace questioned multiple times. Each time, released. Public outcry erupted. The Black community accused police of ignoring murdered women because of race and class. By March 1994, 3 women killed in 3 days. Police finally acted. March 13, 1994. Detectives brought Wallace in. Over 12 to 14 hours, he confessed everything. Every murder, every rape, every robbery. Calm recitation of violence. January 7, 1997. Guilty of 9 murders, 8 rapes, multiple robberies. January 29, 1997. 9 death sentences plus life terms plus over 300 years. He publicly apologized. Appeals repeatedly denied. He remains on death row, Central Prison, Raleigh. No execution date set. His apologies ring hollow. Their daughters, sisters, mothers are gone. His case exposed systemic failures, police dismissing crimes against marginalized women. Those failures cost lives. Charlotte's nightmare ended. But in Atlanta, another killer targeted the invisible. Fourth case. Michael Terry, 26 years old. Atlanta, Fulton County, Georgia. February 22, 1987. Atlanta, mid-1980s. A city still recovering from the Atlanta child murders. Communities remained vigilant. Yet some victims remained invisible. Young gay men, male hustlers, those society preferred not to see. Michael Terry understood that invisibility. He weaponized it. Born 1960, Terry lived in Atlanta's low-income neighborhoods, worked at a tire capping shop. Locals knew him as Big Mike, 300-pound frame, imposing presence. He lived in rooming houses, pawned guns for cash, frequented bars known for male hustlers and gay clientele. To victims, he seemed like a client, a companion. They didn't see death approaching. Between 1985 and 1986, Terry murdered 6 men, most young, gay, or working as male prostitutes. His pattern consistent: meet victim in bar, leave together for sex, then kill, shooting or stabbing in the neck. Intimacy meant victims trusted him enough to be alone. That trust proved fatal. Curtis Brown, 21. Shot in the head, pants pulled down. Darrell Williams, 21. Shot in abandoned building. George Willingham, execution-style shooting. Richard Williams, shot with post-mortem knife wounds. Alvin George, 31, known male hustler. Stabbed. Jason McCauley, 18. Stabbed in same alley as Alvin. Medical reports revealed disturbing consistency. 5 of 6 victims found with pants down, evidence of sexual encounters before death. Execution-style headshots. Neck stabbings. Post-mortem mutilation. At least 2 different firearms. Bodies left in abandoned buildings and alleys. Terry was methodical. Calculated. Curtis Brown's December 1985 murder went unsolved. No suspect. No aggressive pursuit. By October 1986, patterns emerged. Similar victims. Similar methods. Ballistics linked cases. Witnesses reported a large man, Big Mike, with victims before death. Detectives traced the nickname to Terry. At his workplace, police found him armed with a concealed .357 Magnum. His room contained multiple guns, others pawned and recovered through records. Terry confessed, but claimed self-defense. Victims tried robbing him after sex. Forensic evidence contradicted his story. Execution-style wounds. Victims shot from behind. Post-mortem mutilation. These were murders. Deliberate. Repeated. February 22, 1987. Fulton County Superior Court. convicted of murdering Curtis Brown and Richard Williams. Sentenced to life without parole. 4 additional murder cases held in reserve. Terry remains incarcerated. His case highlights a dark reality. Crimes against marginalized communities receive less attention, fewer resources, delayed justice. 6 men died because no one prioritized stopping him. From Atlanta's shadows, we move to Texas, where a decorated veteran destroyed his own family. 5th case. Christopher Black Sr., 38 years old, Killeen, Bell County, Texas, February 7, 1998. Fort Hood, Texas. Military families. Bonds forged through service and sacrifice. Christopher Black Sr., retired Army Sergeant. Clean record. Commendations for distinguished service. Honorable exterior hiding festering rage. On one February morning, that rage exploded. Born August 2, 1959. Years of military service. Discipline. Competence. Leadership. Married Gwendolyn. Started a family. Appeared stable. By 1997, cracks formed. Financial struggles. Separations. Gwendolyn intended to divorce him. Black's resentment deepened. Days before the murders, Black recorded tapes explaining his anger, grievances against Gwendolyn, his intention to kill her and anyone present. He mailed tapes to relatives, timed to arrive after. Premeditation documented in his own voice. February 6, 1998. Black purchased a 9mm semi-automatic pistol. Background check completed. Weapon legal. Intent was not. February 7, 1998. Dawn in Killeen. Inside Gwendolyn's home, morning routines began. Gwendolyn prepared for the day. 17-month-old Catrice Houston sat in a high chair. 15-week-old Christina Marie Black rested nearby. Family friend Deidre Blackburn visited. No one expected violence. Christopher Black entered armed. He didn't hesitate. Didn't speak. Opened fire immediately. 10 to 12 bullets tore through Gwendolyn. She fell. 5 bullets pierced Catrice in her high chair. She died instantly. One shot ended infant Christina's life. Deidre fled to a neighbor's house. She survived. Inside that home, 3 lives ended. Silence replaced screams. Black called 911. Voice calm, detached, "I ran out of bullets." Police arrived. He stood unarmed, holding his infant daughter's body. Didn't resist. Didn't deny. Investigation straightforward. Ballistics matched the 9mm. Cassette tapes provided motive and premeditation. Deidre's testimony placed him firing at victims. 911 recording captured confession. His justification: Gwendolyn tormented him, abused his son, never substantiated. March 25, 1998. Indicted for capital murder of Catrice Houston, child under 6. August 5, 1998. Jury deliberated 15 minutes. Guilty. Punishment phase 7 hours. Death penalty assessed. Appeals denied at every level. July 9, 2003. Huntsville Walls Unit. Lethal injection. No final statement. Pronounced dead 6:19 p.m. His execution couldn't erase horror. Gwendolyn, Catrice, Christina gone. The man who should have protected them became their destroyer. From Texas, we move to Michigan, where a killer's motiveless violence baffled investigators and claimed over 20 lives. 6th case. Carl Eugene Watts, the Sunday morning slasher. Michigan and Texas. 1974 through 1982. What drives a killer with no motive? Carl Watts murdered without stealing, without rape, without speaking. Just sudden violence followed by silence. For 8 years, he stalked women across states with randomness that made him nearly impossible to catch. The body count staggering, confirmed 22, suspected over 100. Born November 7, 1953, Killeen, Texas. Parents divorced early. Raised by mother in Michigan. Childhood acquaintances described him as strange, isolated, obsessed with dark fantasies. At 12, he stalked girls. At 13, meningitis caused cognitive damage, IQ 68 to 75. Heavily bullied. Socially withdrawn. Deep hatred of women developed. At 15, he assaulted a woman because he felt like beating someone up. Court-ordered psychiatric evaluations. Dangerous, paranoid, struggling against strong homicidal impulses. Yet remained free. Attended Western Michigan University and Lane College on football scholarship. Expelled for stalking and suspected assault. At 20, Watts killed for the first time. Brutally efficient, random female victims attacked near homes or jogging, blitz-style stabbings or strangulation, minimal conversation, immediate escape. Almost no forensic evidence. No rape. No robbery, just murder. Ann Arbor, Detroit. Grosse Pointe Farms, Windsor, Canada. Austin, Galveston, Houston. Confirmed 22 victims, suspected 80 to 100 plus, women aged 14 to 44. Mostly attacked without warning. Stabbed. Strangled. Drowned. Bludgeoned. Violence frenzied yet impersonal. He didn't know them, simply wanted them dead. May 23, 1982. Houston. Watts attacked roommates Lori Lister and Melinda Aguilar, tried drowning Lister in bathtub. Aguilar escaped by jumping from balcony. Police arrested Watts immediately. Same morning, Michelle Madej found drowned in her bathtub nearby. Connection undeniable. While jailed, detectives compared notes. Patterns matched. But physical evidence scarce. Texas offered controversial plea, confess in exchange for immunity from homicide prosecution, charged only with burglary with intent to kill. Watts accepted. Confessed to 12 Texas murders, hinted at 40 to 80 more. Sentenced to 60 years. Then, legal disaster. Texas classified his conviction as nonviolent. Technicality allowed good time credits, 3 days for every one served. Eligible for release May 9, 2006. First serial killer potentially legally released. Public outrage erupted. Michigan intervened. 2004, tried for 1979 murder of Helen Dutcher. Eyewitness identified his evil, emotionless eyes. Convicted November 17, 2004. Life without parole. 2007. Convicted for 1974 murder of Gloria Steele. Another life sentence. September 24, 2007. Watts died of prostate cancer in Michigan Prison Hospital. Age 53. Nightmare permanently ended. Over 20 confirmed, possibly 100 plus. Families across states finally had closure. He remains one of America's most prolific serial killers. From Michigan, we descend into Chicago's suburban nightmare, a killer clown with 29 bodies beneath his home. Seventh case. John Wayne Gacy, 36 years old. Des Plaines and Chicago, Cook County, Illinois. December 21, 1978. Community pillar. Successful contractor. Pogo the Clown entertaining children at hospitals and charity events. John Wayne Gacy hosted neighborhood parties, involved himself in politics, posed with First Lady Rosalind Carter. Behind that facade, one of America's most prolific serial killers. Beneath his suburban home, evidence lay buried. 29 bodies in a crawl space. Gacy's Chicago childhood turbulent, alcoholic, abusive father who belittled and attacked him. High school dropout, later business college. In the 1960s, moved to Iowa managing KFC franchises, seemed successful. In 1968, convicted of sodomy, sentenced to prison. Released 1970, returned to Chicago. Gacy started PDM Contractors, hired teenage boys, many troubled or runaways. Active in Democratic Party, organized community events, performed as Pogo the Clown. Neighbors saw a gregarious, helpful man. Didn't see the predator. Between 1972 and 1978, Gacy raped and murdered 33 young men and boys, aged 14 to 21. He lured them with construction job promises or sex offers. Inside his home, he handcuffed, tortured, and strangled them using a rope trick. Some sedated with chloroform first. Gacy buried 27 bodies in his home's crawl space. 2 in garage and driveway, 4 dumped in Des Plaines River. Decomposition smells so strong, Gacy told neighbors it was sewage problems. They believed him. Families reported missing sons. Police filed reports. Connections weren't made. Gacy's respectability shielded him. Questioned multiple times, always released. December 11, 1978. 15-year-old Robert Peist vanished after saying he'd talked to a contractor about summer work. That contractor was Gacy. Robert never came home. Background check revealed 1968 sodomy conviction. December 13, first search warrant, handcuffs, IDs, clothing found. Second warrant, crawlspace excavated. Human remains emerged. Bones. Decomposed bodies. Overwhelming stench. December 21, 1978, Gacy arrested. He confessed, drew a map marking 28 grave locations. 29 bodies recovered from property, 4 from river, 33 total. 8 remain unidentified. February 6, 1980. Trial began. Defense argued insanity, multiple personality disorder. Prosecution presented overwhelming evidence. Jury rejected insanity plea. March 13, 1980. Of 33 murders. Death penalty. 14 years on death row. He painted disturbing clown art. Gave interviews, maintained innocence in some cases. Appeals failed. May 10, 1994. Stateville Correctional Center. Lethal injection. Last meal, KFC bucket, shrimp, strawberries, fries. Final words, kiss my ass. Pronounced dead 12:58 a.m. 33 lives stolen. 33 futures erased. 8 still unidentified. From Chicago's horror, we moved to New York, where racial hate unleashed terror across multiple cities.